Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. Jane Fonda, Diane Keaton, Candice Bergen, and Mary Steenburgen had a hit on their hands with the 2018 comedy Book Club. Now they're back for more shenanigans in Book Club, the next chapter. It's in theaters and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Bill Halderman and Emma Sims' screenplay takes a page out of the pandemic by turning their book club virtual as they contemplate what's next. That's how we find Diane, Sharon, Vivian, and Carol in the film's introduction. It also begs the question of how does a woman in her 70s get married? Jane Fonda's Vivian is now engaged to Don Johnson's character Arthur, and now Carol, who's played by Mary Steenburgen, sees this as the perfect time for all of them to take a vacation to Italy that they had planned decades prior before any of them started to have children. Candice Bergen's character, Sharon, is now a retired judge, and Diane, who is played by Diane Keaton, could use this as the time to say her final goodbyes to her late husband. They fly out, and their trip is just as adventurous and spontaneous as you'd expect with these four best friends. The film also brings back Andy Garcia and Craig T. Nelson. Book Club, the next chapter, easily plays into comedy around aging and what that was like during the pandemic. Diane is the butt of the joke who can't figure out how to use Zoom and accidentally turns herself into a potato filter. Even Candice Bergen has a line that says, "I love anything that's falling apart more than I am." Now, it doesn't really matter if the jokes seem overused in these types of comedies, as the core best friends are so delightful that the joy and the warmth on screen feels very real. Now, I don't see these actresses necessarily playing characters, but versions of themselves, with Jane Fonda, Diane Keaton, Mary Steenburgen, and Candice Bergen all playing and riffing on each other's personalities. Fonda is the life of the party, Bergen gets the punchy comebacks and banter, and you get the idea. It just feels fun to feel a part of the group and bask in that Italian scenery as they sip wine, roll pasta dough, and flirt with young men. The screenplay takes the women on an adventure as they tour the country with plenty of mishaps along the way that you'd expect from a road trip style comedy. Now, the first one may have found the women reading and being inspired by 50 Shades of Grey, but there isn't an actual themed book for the sequel. I don't even think they read a whole lot in the sequel. But we find that these four are the characters in their own story of their own life. There are the surprises, the bumps in the road, and the happy endings. They're reminded to live life to the fullest at any age or stage of life, and they contemplate the role that fate has in all of that, or if we're actually in control the whole time. Book Club, the next chapter, may have a very easy, breezy vibe to it, but there are still plenty of laugh-out-loud moments. It even features Bette Midler's Mambo Italiano cover, and I couldn't help but wonder if a third movie would be like with her in the mix. I'm giving Book Club, the next chapter, 3.5 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment on social media at Paul's Movie Trip. Do you like these four women? Do you like the Book Club movies? Do you have a favorite from Jane Fonda or Diane Keaton? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And you're going to want to bring your best friends, your best girlfriends, your best guy friends to the Imagine Theaters to go see Book Club the next chapter. You just don't want to miss out on the theatrical experience of laughing together in a big group. Follow them on social media at ImagineMN as they've got some really fantastic programming, some community events. And don't forget, I've started my new film series, Paul McGuire Grimes Presents. It's the fourth Sunday of every month at 3 o'clock. Tickets are now on sale. May 28th, I'm going to be showing Rear Window. And then on June 25th, it's going to be The Dark Knight. I love both these movies. It'll be so fun to see them on the big screen. And then we're going to be doing a talk back afterwards. So get your tickets today. Again, May 28th, Rear Window. And then June 25th is The Dark Knight. I cannot wait to see you there. Paul's Trip to the Movies is brought to you by Popped Corn. You're going to want to have a big popcorn on hand if you're going to be watching movies at home. Maybe you want to watch the first book club before you watch the second one. Have some popcorn on hand. So go visit their website, place an online order, go stop in the store too. You can try a variety of samples if you stop into their store today. And that way you know what flavor profile you want. Whether you want something salty, you want something sweet, savory, fruity, chocolatey. They literally have something for everyone. So follow them on social media too, at PoppedCornMN, to see what is popping in the store this week. Thank you so much for watching my review of Book Club, the next chapter. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.